Greetings and welcome to episode 8 of the Arcade Raiders podcast. This is what happens when you give a group of content creators a microphone and an audience. I am Jeremy, and with me to help deliver in the shenanigans is my good friend Jesse. How are you, sir?
It's been a busy week, dude. How you doing yourself, my good friend?
I am doing pretty well. I've had a really good week. I had some business work out of town. I got to play some games. Took the old PlayStation 4 to the hotel, so that was kind of nice.
How was that?
It wasn't bad. It was a car trip, so I got to plug in the PS4 to the TV and get about 3 or 4 hours of Greedfall in, which was pretty cool.
Nice. How are you enjoying that?
I really like it. That's one of my games I'm going to talk about a little bit later, but I'm digging it. I think it's good. A lot of people are kind of being a little harsh on it, but I think it's a pretty good game.
Yeah, I was reading the reviews, and I was kind of like tearing my like, do I really still want to pick it up? It's like you're all hyped for it, and you start reading the reviews or something, and it's like maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, that's the worst. When you really get
worse.
excited about a game and then reviews start tearing it down, it makes you. There's something about that with the human response that they see a bad review and then they immediately try to put themselves down. I've kind of got old enough to where I'm like, you know what? If I want to play it, damn it, I'm going to buy it and play it. You know?
Yeah.
So I've had a good week, but I'm pretty exhausted. Not only physically, but the games this past week and this week are here.
Oh dear God, it's Keymageddon.
I've been neglecting my sleep schedule quite a bit this past week, and I'm just too old for that mess. You know?
Like I had to take a personal day, like from streaming and stuff, that on Wednesday because I just need a day to just kind of like not do anything. I shut my brain off. I watched anime and I just did nothing. I was like, you know what? I just want a chill day.
That's
Sorry,
good.
games.
Sometimes you need that, Sometimes you need a chill day from video games and streaming. I felt that way last weekend. I just kind of was like, you know what? I just need to get my mind off games. I just kind of want to just take a little bit of a break. And, I get back into it. And then all of a sudden, boom, Tokyo Game Show,
Well, that's kind of like our whole like culture because we're both like streamers. We're all both partner streamers where we pretty much know like a missed day could mean like a missed follow, a missed sub, a missed donation. That can mean everything. And it's so hard for us to say, like, I need to stop now until our body's like, I can't do it anymore. We're taking a day off.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you just, you need that day off and you're like, okay, I need a day off. I need a day off away from screen. I need a day off away from this. So it happens quite a bit.
Yeah. And there's so much to get done with the hell. It's like, okay, it's now change of seasons. That means everything's starting to go wrong. I like start power cleaning for our winter hits. I get trapped in here for like 4 months, like 4 brilliant months of just gaming. So it's like, I gotta go outside, gotta do something. I get stuff done.
Yeah, for sure. So Tokyo Game Show this week.
Holy crap. Yeah, Tokyo Game Show. Oh dear God, there was Final Fantasy VII.
I watched the video probably 4 times, and every time I watched it, I would notice something and just kind of just go, oh my gosh, or oh no, or oh, that looks so different, but it looks so cool. I would just kind of shake.
I am so excited. I'm so excited they're doing like a whole like either you have turn-based combat or you have your live action stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is a great addition because sometimes I feel like being like way too into the game. And other times I feel like just like on the couch being like, attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah. But there's more Death
I was
Stranding.
excited about the Death Stranding video as well.
It looks so hype, but I'm just like, I know it's Kojima. I know it's Kojima. I know it's going to do good. It's not going to be Konami. He's not going to Konami it.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I think it explained a lot more. So we kind of get an idea, what's going on and a little bit of the backstory on what's going on. But we also get a little bit of the backstory on the characters. And that's what I really like to see. Visually, I think the game's going to be awesome. I think we're going to have a story in which we're going to have to interpret a lot based upon, some themes and stuff that's going to go on. But again, I'm excited about the game. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So it's definitely going to be on my playlist for sure.
There's so much this week, and God, I'm ready for this day this whole like year to be done with. Like, yeah, no more conventions. We're done conventions. Hopefully, are we done?
Well, I think the end of the year. So December with the Game Awards, that typically ends it, right?
Wait, no, there's EGX.
Oh, there's EGX. That's right.
It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop.
It's fine. It's fine. It gives us something to talk about, though, right?
It gives us news, hopefully, and hopefully the news won't be that bad.
And speaking of news, ladies and gentlemen, friends and enemies, we're here to deliver some of the weekly video game news with our thoughts, commentary, and of course, excitement. Every week, we like to take a look at the sweet, sweet video game goodness. So now it's time for some of that Arcade Raider news with Jesse.
Welcome to Arcade Raider news, guys. Let's take a look at the news this week. First story. I feel it's a weekly segment now where we insert publisher gets allegations from former devs about blank, blank, and blank. Well, this week, we turn our eyes over to publisher Nicalis. Nicalis responds for reports of many indie games like The NS9, Binding of Isaac, and Cave Story. Multiple external developers and former employees say Nicalis founder Tyrone Rodriguez have dealt with abusive behavior, dubious business practices, and the classic racism. Oh boy, this guy's in a class act. Allegations also said that Rodriguez pressured employees and potential clients to drink heavily at events, use racial slurs, and other forms of trolling and exploitative behaviors. Skyblogs show founder using racist, homophobic, and of course anti-Semitic slurs in the Nicalis group chat or Skype. David Crook, designer of Under the Gungeon, and Nigel Laurie, publisher of Devolver, both said that Rodriguez ghosted them in the development of the PS4 port of the game and the Gungeon. After Nicalis signed an NDA agreement and also received the Gungeon source code, he didn't show up, didn't respond back to emails. So at this point, he agreed, but he didn't deliver. Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac creator Ed McMillen has also decided to move away from Nicalis with the future exports of their games, Legend of Bumbo and Eugenics. Nicalis has responded to McMillen's decision, but not comment to allegations. Developing and publishing games is a dream for the staff and nearly 20 that work at Nicalis Incorporated. Some of our team have been with the company almost a decade, and we work hard to create an environment where we treat our teammates with respect. We don't condone abusive workplace environments or discriminations and have people from all walks of life. We hope the continued success of internal teams and external developers. Regarding the company on our mutual NDA with Nicalis, Devolver, and Game Bakers, we can only comment that we don't have any signed publishers agreements with them and never have. So, Rodriguez, welcome to the Racist Club. I hope you understand you don't do that. Yeah. Ever.
Dude, it's just a weird story.
It is. It's another indie dev that's getting attacked here.
Yeah.
And for all right reasons. This is another freaking... This is what goes behind the scenes. And to make your employees drink at events, especially with potential clients, you're making yourself look like ass and making them look like ass.
Yeah, 100%.
As for the racism, we already Skype blog. So pretty much, come on, dude. You're already like, your nuts are already in the vice right now.
Yeah. Especially if there's already, if they look back at those Skype logs and see that this dude is just not being nice, he's not saying nice things or appropriate things. I mean, it's right there. The evidence is right there, and again, that has no place in the workforce, that has no place in video game development, and to act that way and show those low standards and things like that, it's ridiculous. Just don't do it. Be nice. Don't do it. Because this trickles down, and when people see, in my opinion, when people see these developers and these leads acting like this, it makes them not want to play the game. It really does. Sometimes, with allegations of things and stuff, and, look at Red Dead Redemption 2, when, a lot of the stuff came out about them, using crunch. A lot of people said, well, then I'm not going to buy your game. If you're going to treat people like that. Well, this just goes that too. And I feel that some people make their buying choices based upon how things happen with these developers and publishers. And this is just not a good thing. This is not nice. And it, like you said, it puts them in a little vice there, and to which it's just not going to be good. And this other thing too, like this statement, that they released, you can tell it was a canned response.
It was.
It was 100% canned response. A lawyer said, okay, let me type something out. Let's ship this out and make it, try to do some damage control. I'm sure, again, I don't know the inner workings with either of these companies. I've never played Binding of Isaac. I played Super Meat Boy for 10 minutes. So Enter the Gungeon I've played for a little bit. It's a fun game, but I've never really played many of these games. But that's beside the point. Don't treat your employees like this.
Not only treat your employees like this, treat your fellow devs like this.
Yeah.
Especially ghosting them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm believing the Valve from this one. I'm believing, Crooks and Laura here, that yeah, they signed an NDA and they got the source code. I believe that part the most because that makes like some sense. That makes a lot of sense right here because a lot of people do that,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to pouring your games out. You have to find who's going to do it the best, and you kind of blew it. Especially when you have an NDA
Right.
with you're supposed to deliver something. Now, as a streamer, we get NDAs all the time, and like special deals and stuff like that, where we have to go out and promote the game and play the game in a certain time frame.
Yes.
And if you're not doing that, you're getting like looked at like, oh, don't work with this guy. No, we're talking crap on him now.
Yeah.
So it just makes yourself look like an asshole. Sorry for cussing, but damn.
You're right. You're right for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just another example of in people thinking they can treat people the way they want to and doing things the way they want to, and it doesn't fly. It does not fly with anybody.
It doesn't. So let's go on to our next story. I feel like I need a giant wheel. It's a giant wheel, a bunch of companies, and we spin it. And that's what ends up on the news desk. And look at the big wheel this week. Bad news. Oh, look, it's GameStop again. That's right. We know about it. GameStop is closing down almost 200 stores at the end of this year.
Gosh.
I know, right? A statement from the company's CFO, James Bell, explained the drop in sales is consistent with what we have historically observed towards the end of a hardware cycle, with another quarter of double-digit decline in the stock market, which I'm not a big stock market guy, but that means, they're losing big here. That being said, Bell told investors that 180 to 200 underperforming stores will be closed down around year's end, with about 5,830 GameStops worldwide, about 4,000 of them located in the United States and Canada. We don't know which ones are closed down, but hope it's not yours. Hope we don't go to that one either. Now, the future's not looking great for them. With the rise of online sales, was not only remove sales from the storefront, but their cornerstone of selling used games and trade-ins. Also in April, Sony announced they'll no longer allow retail partners to sell download codes for PS4. Could we be seeing any GameStop here in the near future? Maybe. I'm going with a yes here. I think GameStop is seeing their last leg right here.
I think we've seen a lot from GameStop. The past year, it's been crazy, what they've done to slim down their whole company. I mean, close it, Think Geek, they bought that. That's
Game
done.
Informer.
Game Informer, last month they laid off so many folks there. And with the rumor that they're going to lay off more folks from Game Informer, that's the rumor that people keep hearing, and that's what the news keeps talking about. Closing 200 stores. Now there's a lot of stores. I mean, it says 5,830 worldwide, 4,000 in the United States, right? So That's still 3,800 stores, which is still a lot. But here's my thing with GameStop. In my city alone, there are, and I'm not a very big city, well, I guess we are. There is 4 in my city alone.
Wait, 4?
Yeah, there's 4.
Holy
so
crap.
I could drive to any of those 4, and then so I've always kind of wondered, why are there so many here? Like, I don't get it. And I get you geographically position them to be in specific parts of the city, that way nobody can travel, has to travel around the city. But there are 4 here, and okay, you close a couple here, you combine some people, but again, it's those people that are letting them go. My best friend, he worked at GameStop all throughout high school and college. And that was, he ended up being like a supervisor and manager. It helped him pay his way, through college. And he says there's so much, he was like, oh, there's a lot of waste, like in any company. But I don't personally shop at GameStop. I stopped shopping at GameStop probably about 6 or 7 years ago when they messed up one of my orders and refused to help me out and just be generous and be nice about it. So I stopped using it. I don't buy used games there I don't buy used games there at all, because we have a couple other resale shops here in town that are mom and pop shops that I buy from, only because they sell the games cheaper. What really drives me nuts is a game's $59.99 brand new, and you go to GameStop and it's $57.99. Like, why would I spend $2 less when in the same parking lot there's a Best Buy that I can get the game brand new? That's just me. Some people, $2 is a lot of money, but for me, it's like, no, I'll just go to, I get a discount ordering through Amazon day one, or I get a discount, still through Best Buy a little bit anyway, or I've got Best Buy, cards or whatever. But this whole GameStop thing, remember there was a big issue when Xbox was going to release the One X, when they said, they're going to try to go all digital, and GameStop lost their mind. People lost their mind about that, but we're like, but if that's what's going to happen, maybe GameStop needs to stop with their bull and kind of, lower some of their prices. And I don't know. And another thing about GameStop, and this, I apologize if this seems like I'm bashing GameStop. I kind of partly am. Every time I've gone into GameStop, I have had the worst customer service. Look, I get it. I know you're in high school, and you have all this angst, and you love video games too, but don't be a dick. All of you. I have never been into a GameStop in which I've been greeted nicely or that I've been dealt with nicely. And that sucks, So customer service speaks long distance. So between customer service, them messing on my orders, their games being extremely overpriced, and I just don't go there at all. But yeah, I agree. I agree.
My GameStop. I think we're seeing my GameStop. They're much nicer, dude. Like, hi, can we help you out? Want to buy a merchant card? Like, no, I'm good.
Really?
I just came here, kind of, dude. Like, we used to have 2 GameStops, one in the mall and one kind of on the strip mall, like just a few blocks down.
Yeah.
Close one down the mall, and this one is just like, hi, who be out here? Huh? That Funko Pops? Want to deal in the Funko Pops here? We got some Funko Pops, huh? New electronics? Like crack at this point. I'm just like, thank you for customer service.
I've never received that. I've never received that customer service. Where's the bathroom?
Listen, I'm just kind of wondering that question all the time. Like, where do they go?
I have never received customer service at all. I mean, I've even had them argue over a coupon that I had. Like, look, it says, trade in a game and I can get X number % more. Here's the damn coupon. Oh, well, this is just do it. Seriously? But from what I've heard, from what my friends told me, they have really strict rules on what they can say and do. If they have that, there's something else going on. It's just, to me, it just seems a little greedy. But just because of that, I won't buy from them at all. But I think you're right. I think the end is nigh for them. And I think we're going to see a lot more closed down. And, potentially it goes out of the, it just sunsets like a lot of the other businesses we've had, in malls and stuff like Babbage's and, all those old stores that just don't exist anymore,
I'm trying to find out last big purchase at GameStop. I think that when I bought my Xbox One on Black Friday. Cause I was like, I'll get a good deal here. It's better than me like waiting up to like 8 p.m. fighting through like Best Buy or Target.
Yeah.
I went to GameStop, like 2 people online. I'm like, I like my odds. Okay, 5 a.m. All right. And it's like, I spent $500, got all my stuff. And I was like, that was my last big purchase at GameStop.
Yeah.
After that, it's all been online. I just really don't see myself like dealing with that stuff again. Like where I'm just like remember minute releases? Waiting in line, minute releases. Like,
yeah.
I was waiting for Black Ops. I think it was Black Ops, the first one.
Okay.
And we waited since like 4 p.m. until midnight. My buddy saw 2 people in line. He's like, we gotta get in line right now. I'm like, dude, like, I want to get snacks first. I want to like make sure I got a chair. Get in line right now. It's like, okay, we'll go wait in line. And we for Black Ops, and never again.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I mean, at this point, I'd rather just wait for the game to go live on like Epic or like Steam. Like, oh, it's live now. Okay.
Yeah, or I'll just pre-order
play in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the older you get, the less that becomes cool. That you can't stay up all night to wait for a game because you can go pick it up on your lunch break or have it installed, and you're just ready to go when you get home.
Dang. No more GameStops. On to our last story of the day, guys. I think it's written somewhere on a stone wall. You don't mess with Nintendo. Well, December 10th, Nintendo has filed a lawsuit against the website ROM Universe. Now, those that don't know what ROMs are, or they're rock, ROMs are software pulled from the game that can run on an emulator to experience the game free on your software, either your smartphone or your computer. I know we like free stuff here, but this gets deeper than that. ROM Universe has probably offered memberships on the site priced at $30 a year that allows you to download an unlimited number of games with a higher download speed than non-members. Nintendo says this is among the most visited and notorious sites for their games, with nearly 300,000 offers for Switch downloads and almost 500,000 for 3DS downloads. What Nintendo's asking is $150,000 for each copyright infringement and up to $2 million for each trademark infringement. Now, I'm not a big math guy. I'm not. But with my handy calculator app, we can assume the total is going to be around $1 billion. But we could see less than that. Back in 2018, Nintendo reached a $12 million settlement with LoveRoms.com and LoveRetro.co over similar allegations. So, welcome to Don't Mess with Nintendo Hour. You don't do it. You don't. I think the most sleazeball thing here is they're offering that $30 membership and selling Nintendo's products that way. For me, is that just means like you're selling product off, you're not really selling off. This is illegally, I'm gonna say it now, illegally obtained item. Let's say this. It's pretty much legally obtained. And you're selling off for $30 a year. What kind of scumbag are you to do this? I hope this person like seriously gets the billion.
Yeah, so first of all, what I'm reading here is they sold their membership on their site for $30 a year. Okay.
Yep.
So first of all, that's more than the actual Nintendo yearly membership. And number two, they sold it to give higher download speeds to non-members.
Yep.
Okay, so just like you're no calculator guy, I'm not a calculator guy either, but I don't think you really need an outrageous bandwidth to download 1 megabyte games. You know what I mean? Like, how could you even
Switch
say
games? Switch, like Splatoon, yeah, Legend of Zelda. So,
but even 3DS games and even other ROMs and stuff, like those don't take very long to download sometimes. So I don't, that's kind of weird to me. But that number right there that says nearly 300,000 offers to download Switch and 500,000 for 3DS. Holy cow. Yeah. 300,000 times 150,000 for each of those and 2 million for the trademark infringement. Billions and billions of dollars. It's ridiculous. I mean, ROMs and number two, like the games, I know we're all cheap in this world. And, a lot of us have grown accustomed to, hey, let's just pirate that. No, don't do it. That doesn't just hurt Nintendo. That hurts the developer companies. That hurts the people. That hurts everybody else monetarily. So that's not cool. But number two, man, that company is going to be hit hard because Nintendo is going to win something.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
That ROM's universe is no longer going to be on. And they're going to really from what I've heard, Nintendo's legal team in Japan and in Nintendo America and even in Nintendo UK are bulldogs and will mow you down.
Oh, they are, dude. They have won so many cases so far. Heck, I think they only lost one case. I think that was wasn't the Switch a while ago? Like something with the Switch? Not quite sure. I don't know, something like that. But all your things like, oh, yeah, you're using our trademark? Oh, lawsuit. Well, we win. Well, that's another stack of money. See, these lawsuits are printing billions for that. That's right. It prints money. That's right. We're trying to old me up here. From Shigeru Miyamoto. When you look at the lawsuit itself, it's can be found on the Polygon website. You can see a lot of like where they're getting this information from, and a lot of like the trademarks are being down here, like right there. Boom! I see Mario Odyssey, all languages. You can download right there. And it's
you can even see the actual legal documentation. Holy smokes!
Yep, and they kind of go forward and forward.
Wow. Yeah, they're not messing around. They are not messing around.
They're not. They have pretty much had this case won right now. And yeah, like we can see the payments, all this other stuff, and pretty much, they received over 75 visitors each month. 75,000 visitors each month. My bad, sorry. So Nintendo America has won this case.
Yeah, they'll definitely take it. Crazy, man.
Dude, welcome.
People.
To any stuff, guys. Don't mess with Nintendo. Okay? I'm saving you like $1 billion here. It's now a money-making stream. Please do not mess with Nintendo.
Yeah, companies. Just hire us. We'll tell you this for $100 instead of $12 million.
For $30 a year, we'll tell you there's a high-grade internet speeds. But let's move on to game releases for the week of September 16th, guys. This week, you can buy AI, the Somnium Files, Groundhog's Day, Like Father, Like Son, Sayonara, Wild Hearts, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. Oh, I know, right? Random Reflections, Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, The Sundren, and Untitled Goose Game. Sky, I know what you're excited for, that whole mix.
I'm excited for a lot of those games, but number one, you're going to think I'm crazy, but Untitled Goose Game, I've been keeping my eye on for months. And when I first saw it, or actually I heard it on a podcast of somebody that was like, hey, this game looks really cool. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to check it out too. And this game, Untitled Goose Game, I'm just going to straight out buy it. So the game is you're a goose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your whole goal is to be a complete ass. So you have to complete puzzles and you go on missions and quests and stuff. And you got to do stuff to irritate people, like walk up behind people and honk at them or steal something while they're working on something and try to take it. So there's all these puzzles. So you're in this village, and in this village, you are just this ass goose that just does crazy stuff and completes these little quests and things. And it's in the same art style as like Donut County. Mm-hmm. So if you ever seen that, if you ever played that game, it's really good. But this is from a company called House. And I've just had my eyes on it for months. The music sounds really cool. The art looks really cool. You know, it's that kind of art, that cartoony art style where there's no faces on people. You know, it's just kind of all blended together. And you're this goose that just walks around and is just a big jerk.
So we say jerk goose?
Yeah, instead of jerk cat, it's jerk goose.
Just jerk goosing it up.
It just looks fantastic. And I'm going to play with my wife because she loves stuff like that. She thinks it's funny and she wants to play it together. So that's going to be our game.
I'm thinking of having Ni no Kuni after White Witch for my Switch, just so the wife can play it. Because I got Ni no Kuni to the PC, and she's like, "What's this?" I'm like, "It's Ni no Kuni 2." She's like, "Looks like a Studio Ghibli film." I'm like, "Well, funny you say that, honey."
Because it is.
Guess what this is? Oh. Like,
so
oh my God.
I never got to play Ni no Kuni. Was it on PS2?
It was on PS, I think 3.
Was it okay? 3. So I never got to play it, and it's on my RPG radar because you know that my focus in a lot of my streaming is RPGs, and I never got to play it, and so I've got that. So I'm getting that. That's on pre-order. I think I don't know if I'm gonna get it for PS4 or I have a reserve for PS4, but now I'm kind of thinking PC. So I've got that on reserve. Of course, Link's Awakening I've got on reserve. I'm going to play that all next week and probably beat it next weekend. So I've got that's going to be fantastic. I also ordered the Amiibo. Time. What's that?
I'm devoting time to that game, like straight up time.
Yes. So my son has a swim tournament next week, and so we just sit around doing nothing. So I'm taking my Switch, and my friend is actually bringing a little generator to hook up, kids' electronics and stuff. My Switch is gonna be charged all weekend.
Just tailgating with a Switch.
Yeah, and I got the Link's Awakening amiibo to go with it, and then of course I've got Untitled Goose Game. So next weekend's gonna be really next week period is gonna be super fun. So I've got to do as much as I can on Greedfall this week and finish up Gears 5.
And let's take a look at the free stuff this week, guys. Guys, really free stuff. Who doesn't like free? This week on Xbox Games with Gold, you can pick up We Were Here and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And on the Epic Store, you can pick up Canarium or Canarium? I don't know. It's a Lovecraftian story. Pick that up. It's free till the 19th. I mean, I'm just going to say right now, Tekken Tag Tournament, you don't have it. Tekken's an amazing fighting game. I love Tekken. I'm definitely big into Tekken. That game is like my crack, where it's like you're passing all your punches, left punch, right punch, low punch. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's a cool old school fighting game.
I just love fighting games in general, and that's like the hypest stuff until like next year when some good stuff releases and I lose a week of sleep just trying to master combos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've got our first Spook game of the year coming out right there. Boom, that's free. Enjoy that. I believe We Were Here is a co-op puzzle game, if I remember this correctly, where you kind of like talk each other through like what each person needs to do. Like, you go here, and you pull this lever. You got anything on the other side? Nope. Okay. It's like one normal escape room, I want to say.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not quite sure. But that's going to do it for the news buzz this week, guys. We'll see you next week with hopefully more news. Trust me, there's more news. It's only this day. News comes on the weekend, which fills up really fast. So see you next week.
All right, this is a segment of the show in which we take a letter or note from a gamer out there and discuss their question or topic. Well, hopefully we answer a question. Sometimes we get off on a tangent, but it's okay. Sometimes, not sure, but let's continue. So this comes from Soroxis. We know you love RPGs, and we have heard your love for Kingdom Hearts. It is truly one of the best series and has such an epic line of weapons in the Keyblade. Sora's weapon has many characteristics and abilities that contribute to the flavor of the game. Even Mickey Mouse gets his own Keyblade. So here's a cool question for you. What would your Keyblade look like, and what abilities would it have? Love the show. Peace. So first of all, Soroxis, I see what you did there. Sora,
He's clever.
Roxas. I get it. I get it. So for you guys that don't know out there about Kingdom Hearts is definitely an iconic RPG, and the main weapon that the protagonist uses, and even the antagonists use in this game, are called Keyblades, and it definitely is one of the most iconic weapons in any video game story ever. People know what a Keyblade is. I even have a replica Keyblade near my desk. It's a life-size Keyblade. It's just the basic Keyblade. So it's what Sora uses to fight the darkness. There are many types of Keyblades in the game. You get them as you beat certain environments, certain levels. A lot of times those skins and aesthetics are based on the level of the Disney level, like whether you're, in Nightmare Before Christmas or whether you're in, Aladdin or whatever. The Keyblade's based upon whatever area you're in, Disney related. So the Kingdom Key is the basic key, and that basic key can unlock doors, open chests, has various magical abilities, has very melee abilities, and of course that power is enhanced by those keychains that you can put at the end of each blade. So that's just kind of a quick wrap of what a Keyblade is. Now, Jesse, what do you think the best Keyblade is?
Ultima.
Yeah.
It's the hardest one to get because the grind of that third one is just a pain in the ass because you gotta you gotta find the ultimate chunks in certain worlds. There's like a random chest somewhere, and it's sort of fine. And a lot of the stuff you have to grind out the food, which Ultima is definitely the best Keyblade you can get.
Yeah,
but we're talking like the best looking one. Anyone from Nightmare Before Christmas worlds are always the great ones because I'm a sucker for that Tim Burton art style and it's spooky and it's Halloween all the time.
Yeah. So my favorite, of course, I have two that I think are kind of the coolest looking to me, and one, of course, is always the Oathkeeper. That one's just always it's a basic one. Everybody wants the Oathkeeper, and it really has some really cool powers. But I also like the one Leon uses, the Sleeping Lion. Mm-hmm. I like the way it looks with kind of the silver lion on it, and it's just kind of neat to me. I think the worst one, though, is that stupid umbrella. I forget which game it is, but I remember Sora has this black and white umbrella that he carries around for his Keyblade, and it just looks ridiculous. So what's one you don't like?
There's an umbrella? Hang on,
yeah, there's an umbrella. I forget which game it is. But which one do you not like?
That's kind of a loaded question. I'm trying to think all the Keyblades because trying to figure out which one. They didn't use any magic ones in the first two, so anything that had magic, they didn't really care about their pans. No, hang on. What was I would say the one you get in the Frozen World in 3. I thought that one was crap. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I instantly was like, nope, I'm done here. I never touched it, and that's in my box unupgradable. I was like, no, I'm not doing you. Nope.
Nope, not touching it.
Nope.
So the umbrella, it's not an actual Keyblade, but it is a weapon that Roxas or Zion.
Oh, it's a LARPer one. Okay, it's a LARPer.
Yeah. So it's from 358.
Fine normal.
Yeah.
Magic. Yeah.
I guess it's like a joke weapon or whatever. But anyway, it was just dumb.
Yeah.
It's just dumb and it looks crazy, but they wielded it like a Keyblade. So I was like, it's kind of lame. But yeah, no. So here's the question. If you could design your own Keyblade, what would it look like and what abilities would it have?
I just want my Keyblade to look like a giant ball of Jack Daniels at this point. Because after suffering for all 3 cutscenes, it felt like I needed a giant ball of Jack Daniels to do all those cutscenes. Needless to say, I enjoyed the combat in Kingdom Hearts 3, but I hate the cutscenes. For the powers, I don't know. How about the power of flight? Do anything for you? Left-hand owns. Cool. How about the power to kill a yak from 200 yards away with mind bullets? That's how Jeremy.
All right, Tenacious D.
To move you. No, I'll take all the powers there. I want the power to move you. That's all I want.
That's awesome.
I don't know. It's we're thinking like that, I guess, there's some kind of boost up strength, I guess. That way I can just, mow down stuff. And, yeah, I want the power of flight, telekinesis, and the power to move you.
There you go. All enrolled in one.
I want your Wonder Boy at all times.
So I just want the power of all Marvel characters in one Keyblade. There you go.
Can I have all powers?
So I want, and this is weird, I want a Keyblade that looks like the Halo Energy Blade.
God, you're a nerd.
I know. I just think it'd be kind of cool to have do you think about it? It kind of looked like a Keyblade lightsaber. How cool would that be? Or have a really, really long Keyblade, like Sephiroth's blade from Final Fantasy.
Or if you get in the spoiler area, we had spoiler alert, you got a giant key at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. There I said, okay. So yeah.
I just want Sephiroth's blade, but as a Keyblade. That way I don't have to get close to all those enemies. I can just kind of swing around and okay, I've just got Sephiroth's blade, which is 9 feet long. So I think that would be kind of cool. And I want the ability, if it was a real life Keyblade, I think it'd be cool to have the ability to turn things hot or cold. So if you're like in a hot area, you can just kind of emanate, like this chill. And if you're cold, emanate this hot. I don't know. That's just a selfish reason, but I thought that would be kind of cool to have this Keyblade and that I could wield as a weapon, but yet chill things and heat things.
So the Texas Keyblade, great for barbecues and also general weather. Gotcha.
There you go. Exactly. You're always ready for the elements.
Everything bigger in Texas.
Yeah, I'm sure Pirate King would love that one. That he could have a Keyblade to where just heat at our disposel. I think that'd be kind of cool.
If Joe wanted a Keyblade, it's gonna have like some sort of seduction power to it as well.
The power to move you.
The power to move you. That's all it needs.
But anyway, so that was kind of a cool little topic we heard, and we kind of liked that to talk about Keyblades because we both like Kingdom Hearts, the whole trilogy, or however. There's like 27 games to go along with it. It seems like Kingdom Hearts 3, yes, was a bit of a letdown, but the Keyblade is
the whole story is just like a bunch of jumbled mess. You need like an encyclopedia, an instructional DVD that understand the whole thing. If you're not playing this whole series from start to finish, you're pretty much lost. And that's why I think like a lot of people kind of like, yeah, it's an amazing game, but dear God, the story. I'm like, yeah, just play for the combat at this point.
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, even the creator of the game still doesn't know what's going on. I think he admitted that like, some of the stories haven't been fleshed out, or we're not complete on that story yet. And I'm like, really, dude? How do you create a game and you don't have all the answers, or you don't know where your story is going, or you don't even know how to explain your story? So it's fine. It's a fun game. It's a good game. It's an iconic game.
Kojima himself?
What's that?
Did he Kojima himself?
I think he might have Kojima'd himself. He was like, I don't even know what's going on. It's kind of like, with Kojima and Death Stranding. Yeah, I'm not even sure how to interpret this. I'm going to let you guys interpret it. It's like, dude, come on. You just want to put a bunch of crap on a screen, but I'm still going to play it. Anyway, Soroxis, thanks for that write in. We truly, truly appreciate it. And yes, we are fans of the Keyblades. And thank you for writing in again. And that was the mailbag, or what kids are calling electronic mail. Friends, each week we also like to discuss the newer old games that we are currently playing. Some games we like, some games we don't like, some games we're addicted to, some games we're kind of like, meh. But we like to call this segment, What is Tickling Our Funny Bits? Jesse, what is tickling your funny bits this week?
So many games. So many games. I've officially dubbed this time of year for me Keymageddon because
right.
I just keep getting keyed. It's just like, okay, so I gotta play these 5 games this week sometime. If you guys want to take a look at what I've been playing, River City Girls, Undermine, Decay of Logos, Blasphemous, Gears 5. That's just the tip of the iceberg right there. I'm enjoying Blasphemous. That game is so like gnarly. It's pretty much another Castlevania meets Dark Souls kind of combat style. And oh, dude,
People have that. People have been tweeting a lot about that game. It looks kind of neat.
That game, it gets so bloody, but it's so worth it. You're just like, okay, I'm doing this first cutscene. Okay, that person just stabbed himself. Wow, this is only the first minute of the game. Okay, then. So if you're not expecting that right away, you pretty much have your mods like going, what am I watching? Like, listen, your guys got mine, but I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to get back to that game. I've been dabbling in Gears 5. Yeah, I mean, it's good, but I got a few problems with the game. That's me, like small problems.
Yeah. But
I've been playing a lot of the SNES on Switch, especially my wife wanted me to play some Wild World last week, so I've been playing that. I think I'm in World 4 again. After only like a few hours of the gameplay. And it's just like, okay, I go here, get Switch here. So it's pretty much like me like running through like stuff I messed up as a kid, but doing better as an adult. And it's just kind of great to kind of scene for that game, and I'm loving it. But Jeremy, what is tickling your funny bits?
Well, I've only been playing a couple games this week. WoW Classic I haven't touched since last Saturday night because I stayed up to like 2 o'clock.
What?
And yeah, I know. I stayed up to like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was going to bed, and I was like, you know what? I need to take a little bit of a break. I don't want to be, I don't want to get back into the same patterns I did. So I think I'm just going to kind of be like a weekend warrior on that game. So I think I'm going to leave that game to kind of like just a couple hours a week, maybe do a level a week and just kind of
Mhm.
grind out from there. But my main game this week, I received a code from the folks that made Greedfall. And dude, I'm telling you, this game it's a sleeper hit. It's really cool. There's story of intrigue. There's a little bit of like mysticism, yet it's like you're kind of coming over and discovering things, like in the early days of exploration, like, like the 1600s. So it kind of has a weird story of intrigue. There's a lot of political stuff going on. So there's a lot of back alley deals between people that run the city and like mayors and, like the military guards and stuff. On top of that is, this character that's this protagonist that he is in charge. He's called a legate. So he basically is an influencer in the city, basically, and he's in
Mhm.
charge of making sure everything happens and everything happens smoothly. And he assists the governor. Anyway, just the governor's his cousin. Anyway, long story. But you get to choose how you want to play. So if your play style is melee, you can load up on melee. If your play style is ranged and you want to be carry a gun and drop traps, you can do that, or you can play with magic. So it has a
So
feel
like
of
Fable.
yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. It has a feel of Fable. It has because you can mix and match all
But
of these
better.
abilities. Yeah, so it has the feel of
See?
Fable, Assassin's Creed, maybe Assassin's Creed like a Black Flag. It has the feel of generic, general RPGs in which there are quests, there are side quests, there are skill trees, there are crafting weapons, there are crafting traps, there are crafting this, and it also has a huge feel of Dragon Age. Like the political intrigue and stuff is
Mhm.
very similar to me to Dragon Age. I will say though, the combat at first feels a little janky, but once you understand, like, hey, you're firing weapons, and that's really what you need to stick to. Unless you get proficient in dodging and kind of sidestepping and stuff, the melee combat's kind of tough at first, but it gets a lot smoother. Especially you can take people with you. So in like Dragon Age, you get people to travel with you. You can pick characters to travel with you. Some of them are required based upon the story. But I really like it. I dig it. I'm having to really kind of think about how do I manage my weapons and how do I upgrade stuff. I like the story. I think it plays smooth. I got it on the PlayStation 4, so it runs very, very nicely. The only other complaint, I have two complaints, and one complaint is it kind of takes a little long to explain what the hell is going on. It took me about 5 hours to realize what was going on. And I'm still kind of like, wait, what? And the second part is, I don't know if this is a PlayStation thing, but I think they're going to patch it and fix it a little bit. The mouth movement is a little out of
Ah,
sync of the actual voice, but it's slightly enough that you can tell and go, damn it, that's irritating. But I've kind of started to overlook that, which really doesn't matter. But I know some purists, like when they play video games and they review stuff, like that's a huge turnoff, and they'll stop playing because of it. I'm not going to stop playing the game because of that. I'm just like, okay, cool. It's just a thing that unfortunately probably couldn't perfect. It's okay. So I've been playing a lot of Greedfall, and then I've been playing Gears 5. Although again, this morning I got another. So I have it on Xbox One X,
mhm.
and so I found if you hit a checkpoint and maybe play it for a few seconds enough to understand what's going on, like maybe a little bit of dialogue between the characters, and then if you turn your Xbox off, not like power it down, but kind of turn it off, so when you turn it
Mhm.
back on, it picks back up. It freaking glitches out every time. I have
What?
to always restart the checkpoint. So I've had to do that about 5 times now, to where I've paused it and walked away, and then come back a few minutes later, and like the person that's supposed to like trigger the next part, or by walking through a door you're supposed to trigger the next part, nothing will trigger. So that is really frustrating me. I don't know what I'm doing. Check for
See,
updates. It's
see,
updated.
I'm playing on PC. I haven't experienced that problem yet.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an Xbox thing, but I've had a lot of those where I've had to basically restart checkpoints. I got to one checkpoint, I played the level for like 15 minutes, and then the person that I was supposed to walk up to trigger the next movement, she just kept pathing back and forth. And I was like, okay, what's going on? And so I walked around the whole area, backtracked like for 10 minutes, and finally went, something's wrong. And so I restarted the checkpoint, redid all that combat for about, and then it triggered the next scene. So I've gone through about 5 of those now, which is very frustrating, because it makes me stop and have to redo things. So, but I'm playing I was gonna say what's grinding my gear, but that's not right. So what's been tickling my funny bits this week is Greedfall and Gears 5. All right, folks, this is the portion of the show in which we sell out and inform you, amazing folks, where you can find the old interwebs. Jesse, let's sell it. Let's sell this out.
Guys, you can come find me at mixer.com/tapper, where I play games quite a bit often. We're gonna probably switch up so we can play some randomized Zelda runs, because That's my crack. You can come find me on Twitter, twitter.com/tapper, where you can find me posting a little more often now. I usually dunk on Tim, good friend of ours. And you can come find me on my own Discord, discord.gg/BurgerNation, where you come join the news desk and also share your memes with us. We do love memes there. Jeremy, where can we sell you out at?
All right. So again, I'm also a content creator as well. You can find me streaming now on twitch.tv/MrSkyrobi. That's MrSkyrobi. You can also find me posting some cool things on Twitter or Instagram. Both of those will be at Mr. Skyrobi. I do post some weird shenanigans. I've even started doing a daily walk, little vlog for about 30 seconds every day. So I post my thoughts for about 30 seconds. And I do that on my daily morning break. I just kind of walk around campus and talk about stuff. So find me pretty much anywhere at Mr. Skyrobi. Well, that does it for our time this week. Remember, our goal here at the Arcade Raiders podcast is to deliver our unique perspective into the video gaming world with random musings and discussion. Until we meet again, enjoy those games.